Previously on Doomsday SMP.
Doomsday SMP. Transmission 13.
I think I'm going crazy. Doomsday is coming, and no one is ready. I'm going to win Doomsday SMP. So you guys want us all to go rogue?
In the near future, definitely.
Now, I don't have long left. I don't have long left at all. Piplup and Corin are both rogue, and now my time has come too. The sun has gone down. It's over. It finally happened. I'm rogue. The entire server is ruthless and red-named, and chaos will soon reign. So much I want to do as the final rogue.
Hey, DT, what's up? What are you doing?
Jack? What are you doing here?
Just came to check if you're okay. I'll take that as a no.
Not anymore. I'm a rogue now. The last person to turn rogue.
What?
What's wrong?
DT, I hate to break it to you, but I'm not rogue. I killed Teeb, remember? So
Wait.
technically, I'm the last rogue.
Wait. What?
I mean, you seem pretty committed, so I didn't really want to tell you.
That's it. You ruined my plan, and now you will suffer the consequences. I have the power now.
We're still friends, right?
You will pay for this.
DT, we're still friends, right?
Not anymore.
No. No, DT! DT, no!
So, yeah. The entire server is now rogue. Or it will be once Jack remembers to actually do the rogue ceremony. So for now, there is still one non-rogue. Wait, my eyes are the wrong colour. You saw absolutely nothing. But yeah, so welcome back to Doomsday SMP, episode 14, and this will be the second to last episode. That's right, my next episode will be my last. We'll be ending on a very nice and round episode 15. So today, what I'd like to do is finish off my jungle base completely. I'm going to do some streams and stuff, which obviously would have already happened by the time you see this video. But yeah, I'm going to do some streams and finish off the base for good, so that by the end of the series, and when you guys get your hands on the world download, you can see my very much completed base. So the reason I'm over here at Piplup's base is because what I'd like to do before we go over to our jungle base is in fact go down to our secret base. Yes, there's a lot of bases in this episode, so I'll block that up because I still don't think, I still don't think he's found this yet. That is absolutely crazy. I very much expected him to find it by now. But what I'm going to do is for the final time extend this by another layer. But what that actually means is we're going to collide with Corin's base. Now, I know we normally do this at the end of the episode, but I thought I'd do it at the start, just to make a bit of a change. But obviously the issue is, Corin's is quite a bit smaller than mine, because obviously he built it when I built my very first iteration of this base, and since then I've kept expanding it. So I'm obviously going to have to expand his one as well while I do my own one. So let's do a little bit of a time lapse of us doing that. Right, and here we go. Here is the final version of what is definitely now sort of like a bar or an inn or a pub or something. It looks super, super cool. I definitely did not expect it to get this big by any means. But, this has definitely transformed from the original sort of base into more of like a pub or whatever. So with that in mind, I got rid of the bed and the end chest and the furnaces and stuff. I moved over to here, which can be like a bit of a cooking area, I guess. I'm not really sure what this can be. But, it looks nice, so it's fine. However, there's a bit of an issue, and that's that this top barrel is empty, but these two are full of a ridiculous amount of junk. I mean, look how much nonsense is in this barrel alone. There's so much stuff here that I should probably take over to my actual jungle base at some point. But for now, I think we're gonna leave because this base is super, super cool, but I'm kind of done with it. I'll come back to get the stuff off camera, but I think this is the last we're gonna see of this room. So if you'd like to explore this yourself when the world download does come out, probably next episode, I guess, then all you need to do is break the blocks behind Pitplup's chair over here, and yeah, you can go straight down, and don't worry about flooding it. I try not to, but it obviously can't go through the door, so it really doesn't matter. The only reason I try not to is because he's got an axolotl here, and I don't think he'd be very happy if I let it go down the stairs and it never came back. You know, I'm just gonna leave now, to be honest. And now let's head over to my jungle base to actually make some progress. Or rather, all of the progress, because we need to finish it. So this episode is obviously going to be very, very time-lapse heavy indeed. However, I'm obviously not going to get the whole thing done in one stream, so there'll be a couple of different time lapses, and I might do some building just in first person mode normally to sort of break them up a little bit. But yeah, the majority of this episode will be building, but there might be some cool stuff at the end. There might be. You know, I'm not going to make any promises because I don't know if I'll be able to. But, you know, just look out for that just in case. But watch till the end to find out, you know, just skip to the end. That's cheating. But yeah, I'm not going to try and delay this any longer. We need to get on with this. And so with that, let's start a little bit of a base building time lapse. And when I say a little bit, I mean a lot. We need to finish this base. And it might not be in this time lapse, but if it's going to be in this episode, I can imagine this time lapse is going to be pretty long. And so with that, let's go. So after that time lapse, this is what we've got. So me and Nad, and a little bit of help from Corin. I mean, to be honest, he was more of a nuisance than a help, but it's fine. We built this bridge, which is a farm bridge. So this took absolutely ages because these are actually kind of difficult, and it's not entirely done because if you come under here, that you can still see all the dirt and stuff. And I do want to fix that at some point, but that's not the priority right now. I can live with it if that doesn't get finished. And then Nad had the good idea of sort of having these lampposts, which I haven't really used in the rest of it. And I think they do really work, especially on these farm bits, because it could be like, you know, they're trying to get light to help the crops grow and stuff, and I really, really like it. Then we've got this tree, which is sort of just like a storage one, just like we've got over there. Although I do need to do a little bit more with that one and remove the crafting table and stuff. And then we've also got this house. Now, I'm not too happy with this house. It's okay. Now, what I was trying to do, if it wasn't already obvious, is basically just recreated this one, but slightly different. So it's not got the fence post, and it's got a different roof, and it's using spruce instead of jungle. But I'm not 100% happy with it. I don't really think it looks right. I think it does look a little bit weird, and I might fix it at some point. But again, just like the dirt under there, it's not the main priority right now, because I want to get on with the rest of these builds. So we've got one going right here, one down here, one over there, and then one up there, and then we need to connect it all with some bridges. So I've got the design for, well, for one of them. Yeah, and that is this one right here. So I know exactly what I'm going to put here. It's going to look really, really cool. As for this one, however, I've not really got a design. So I think what I'm going to do is do what I did with this and copy but change one of these little houses. So I think I'm going to go with this one right here, and I'm not going to change it much at all. And my reasoning for that is the reason I changed this one over here and that one is because I feel like with this house here, it could just be like a house. Like these other ones might have a purpose. You know, if we're going back to the story of this, they've some people have sort of found refuge in the temple and started building a village up. So yeah, I think some of these can have a purpose. For example, this is very much like a lookout tower leading out that way. That's why it's quite barricaded and not got much space inside. This one could be more of like a communal area. And then this one right here could just be a normal residential house, which means they would have a few dotted around. So I don't think it's that weird to basically recreate this house over there. So we'll go and do that now. And fingers crossed, I think it should fit pretty well right here. So let's get going. Right, there we go. Here's the house. Basically, the only things I changed is that the windows are fences instead of trapdoors. And then I also changed the stripped wood to be barrels instead. And I think it looks really, really nice. And it fits perfectly. I'm so glad we did this one. Now, at first, I did struggle to find the center of this tree. Had to look for the trunk and stuff. Because look, as you can see on this side, for whatever reason, it's completely different to all the other sides. So I'm going to fix that up really quickly. Because it's going to really annoy me if I don't. There we go. It's actually not as bad as I thought. It was only a couple of leaves, and it looks much better now. And it also means that you can get round to the rest of the tree, which is something that this really, really needs, because obviously lots of these houses have entrances at both the front and back. This one has an entrance there and an entrance out here at the top, and most other houses do, and the ones that don't need to be able to walk around so that you can literally go all the way around in a circle. That's sort of the aim of this base. Now, just before we move on, I am going to sort out this path as well, because it just doesn't really look right, and it needs texturing as well. There we go. If I'm totally honest, I'm not really sure it's an improvement. The other bridge was very, very cool, but I think it fits much better with the rest of the build and all of the other bridges that we've got, and I think it just looks a little bit cleaner overall. So now what we're going to do is move behind this brand new house and build one down here. Now, I am actually going to do a bit of a mini time-lapse for this one, because this one is very, very different to something we've ever built before, and I'm really excited. And the main reason it's different is because it actually uses a block we've never used before in this build, and for a build like this, which is basically made out of 2 materials, that's pretty rare. And that block is copper, and it's also a block that I've never used in a build at all, full stop. I've never used this once in a build in survival mode. In fact, I don't think I've used it in creative mode, so yeah, I'm really excited. It's a bit of a different original take on this build. So if you remember, our starter home was from a tutorial. I didn't design this, but what I've done is I've taken this build, then basically done something a little bit different with it to put right here. And so let's do a bit of a time lapse of me building that. Okay, that took a little bit longer than I expected, but we have finally built this next house, and I actually think it looks really, really good. And we've also got a random little ocelot that spawned there. And to be honest, I don't think it can actually get down. So it's kind of just going to stay there, which is actually pretty cool. However, there's something a little bit annoying about this copper, which I completely forgot about while building. And that's that I need to wax it. You see, copper, in case you weren't aware for whatever reason, basically it ages. So over time, this will go from this lovely orange to a green. And I really don't want that green. It doesn't go with the rest of the build. It doesn't go with all of these lightning rods and everything. However, in order to wax it, you need to actually put honeycomb on it. And I don't have any honeycomb at all, which is kind of an issue. Because obviously that means that I just need to keep scraping it. Yes, you look already over here, I need to use my axe to get rid of it. And using my axe is fine for now, but it's once there's absolutely tons of blocks that need waxing that it gets a little bit painful. I've also realized I really should clean up the inside of this roof. It looks horrendous. But before we move on to the next one, I need to link this house up to the one behind it. And I think, to be honest, I'm going to do something that I haven't done yet, and that's just a bit of a cheaty way of doing it. And instead of making a really steep bridge here, what I'm just going to do is extend this out a little bit and then just put a ladder that leads all the way up there. And I think it might work quite well, because obviously this is like a very industrial kind of one, and a ladder does kind of look a bit more industrial than the organic stuff we've been building so far. And it might kind of look cool if I build the back thing of the ladder out of cut copper. I mean, you can kind of tell I haven't planned this, so it might go terribly wrong, but I'm gonna see how it looks. Yeah, to be honest, I actually don't think it looks that bad. I mean, I obviously need to add the lanterns there and there, but yeah, I'm actually quite happy with this. But I'm completely done with this house. It took well over an hour, and I want to move on to this tree. Now, initially, I did plant this tree right here, but to be honest, I just don't think it's necessary. Like, we've got our sort of main communal area over there, then the houses do spread out a bit more, so I don't really think we need another one over here. Instead, what I'm going to do is just bring the bridge directly across to this one. I might even go from under there and do a bit of a bridge up to here. But yeah, I think I'm going to do this house first, then maybe the bridge another time. But yeah, overall, I just don't really think we need this tree. I don't think it's adding much, and it's just stuff that I don't need to do. So I'm going to really quickly construct another house. It's going to be quite a simple one, and I think we're going to go with replicating maybe this one. Yeah, because we replicated that one over there. So yeah, I think we'll do that one next. And it's a pretty small house, so yeah, I don't think it should take that long at all. Alright, so here's the next house. And I tried to make it a little bit different to that one over there. I mean, it's obviously not got that entranceway because it doesn't need it. And then I also changed up the windows a little bit. And I mean, I'm calling it sort of like open plan. Like, sure, you know, you can sort of just walk through all the walls and everything, but it looks cool, so I'm not complaining. These houses are literally empty. It's not like I need security. Although, I've just realized I haven't done a floor, so I'll do that now. Give me just 1 second. There we go, a lovely patterned floor. Definitely not, because I had too many barrels. But anyway, now we need to construct 2 more paths, and then we are officially done with this base, other than any other decorations I might add later. So we need 1 path connecting this bit to this bit, and then another path connecting this bit to this bit as well. But I'm afraid that's gonna have to wait. I'm probably gonna do it off camera, if I'm honest, because I am totally and utterly done with this episode. I mean, from the moment I became Rogue to now, this has taken over a month to make, so I really want to release it and get it out there before basically the entire server finishes. So we're going to do that another time. Yeah, I'll probably do it off camera. So I'd like to say a huge thank you for watching and a huge sorry for the wait. As I just said, this episode has taken ages, and I've been working on a second channel, so you can find the link to that down in the description. I highly recommend you check it out. It's really, really cool. I'll be posting loads of VODs there and stuff, and some other random stuff. So yeah, please go and check that out. But if you've enjoyed this video, please leave a like or comment, and if you'd like to see more content like this, then please subscribe. But I've been DT10, and I will see you in the next video, which will be the finale. Well, I mean, the next video won't be, but the next Doomsday episode will be the finale. So, goodbye. And so, this is it. It's finally coming to an end. Welcome to Doomsday SMP, the finale. I think it's safe to say that there's a lot of memories that we will be reliving in this episode. And it's also really sad that this SMP is coming to an end. However, it's also a little bit scary. Doomsday will be happening at the end of this episode, and it will be truly terrifying.